Shivani, the convoy that brings him to NIA headquarters is apparently a bulletproof vehicle, an armored vehicle is ferrying him around. SWAT teams are deployed, as are commandos. But if he has to be taken to Cochin or Pushkar or Haridwar or Mumbai, so many places he'd recceed, security would be an absolute nightmare ferrying him from one place to the other, because Pakistan would not want him spilling the beans. They could try and attack him in India.
Certainly, you are right, Gaurav. He is a high-value terrorist who will be in India for investigation. So India needs to be very careful. And you're right, Pakistan can try its stunts, and he cannot be left exposed much while the investigation is on. So the security will be at place. The police, the special forces, everybody will be roped in for his movements if he'll be taken to places, because, you know, he's traveled a lot of places in India. He's recceed a lot of places in India while he was in India even before 2008. So this is a big challenge that the security agencies in India have in mind. They are all set for it. They are all prepared for it, Gaurav. And shortly, what we are learning is that he can be moved from the airport where the sources are telling that he has already landed to the NIA headquarters. And this will be a very secure kind of a convoy with armored vehicles, not one but many commandos out there. He will be accompanied by the SWAT team of the Delhi police, and every time he'll be making a movement to and forth, there will be security that will be covering him, because he is important for this investigation.
He absolutely is. And Nalini, tell us about the legal procedures with this case. He's been brought back. He's a terrorist. He's a convicted terrorist in the United States of America. Of course, in the Copenhagen case, he's an accused in a case here. Were there any commitments made to the United States of America, or if he's convicted for killing 166 people for his role in it, he can also be awarded the death sentence, like the request or demand has been of 26/11 Mumbai terror attack survivor, Nalini?
Well, Gaurav, as we know, the US agencies and the Indian agencies have been working closely for this entire extradition process, not just for the past few months, but for several proceedings now, right? Starting from the lower court where he had first challenged the extradition, right up to the US Supreme Court. But yes, you're right, there are certain conditions that are imposed on India in accordance with the extradition treaty between the US and India dating back to 1997. And according to that, it's crucial that the due process of law is followed once Tahavvur Rana is actually brought back to India, which he now officially has. What are these conditions that are put on India that they have to follow? Number one, they have to ensure that unless and until it is specifically agreed upon with the US agencies beforehand, they have to ensure that Tahavvur Rana is tried in India only for the crime for which he is extradited, which in this case is the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai. Any crime that he commits while being on Indian soil after his extradition can be tried by the Indian courts, but any crime that was committed before cannot be tried until unless there's a specific arrangement to that effect with the US agencies. Another important condition that India has to abide by is that Tahavvur Rana cannot be extradited to any third country now for any future crimes until unless there is approval from the US agencies, because it's only on extradition from US that Tahavvur Rana has been brought to India. Along with that, India also has to ensure that he does get a fair trial, which means that there will be a lawyer representing him in court, which will be looking out for his best interest, whether it be in the issue of custody, whether it be in terms of him trying to get out on bail or his larger defense in the trial. So there will be a lawyer that will be accorded to him. There has to be a right of hearing that has to be given to him in accordance with the free trial. So all those procedural requirements will also have to be observed by India during this extradition process. It's a big win, no doubt about that, but India still has several hurdles to cross before we can officially say that the victims of the 26/11 attack have been officially brought to justice.
Oh, absolutely. Because remember, he's the first big fish who's been brought to India. The 9 terrorists who were killed during operations, and unfortunately we paid a very heavy price for it, killing, just pruning the leaves and branches of the terror tree. We've lost brave soldiers of our armed forces and the Mumbai police. Amit, he will be in NIA custody for now, as long as he's in police custody. But Amit, what happens subsequently once he's in judicial custody? Is there a special cell that's been prepared for him in Tihar, like the Anda cell for Kasab in Arthur Road Jail?
फ्रेम में फ्रेम
Right, Gaurav. This was very much expected by the Tihar officials as well, and that is why, despite the fact that they do not have any communication, official communication, to be specific, about Tahabur Hussain Rana being brought to Tihar jail, the preparations were already in. We know for a matter of fact as to how the Indian agencies and different departments have been working round the clock ever since it was very clear that the surrender, of Tahabur Hussain Rana is to happen in US, and the NIA team had left for the United States. Ever since, every other department which has been either will be part of the process or were anticipating their own participation had activated their own systems. For instance, Delhi police, for as far as his security and transportation is concerned, Tihar jail, what we are given to understand through our sources is that they have already prepared a very safe and secure cell for Tahabur Rana. And but that officials at Tihar jail would be possibly, have to wait for longer time, because we know for a matter of fact that Tahabur Rana has landed in India, which means he has been put under NIA arrest, and after that there are a lot of processes which need to be followed up, protocols which needs to be followed up, and we'll also have to wait and watch as to how long the custody that NIA is seeking from the court. And once that custody is over, that's only when he will be sent for judicial custody in Tihar. But this safe, secure cell in Tihar jail has been already prepared by the officials authorities. Back to you.